The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. A nice lineup of graded stakes on the show this week. We'll start on the West Coast with Grade 3 La Quinata. Remember Horologist ran third in the Cotillion last year? Well, she was favored in the La Quinata. We'll see how she made out in her 4-year-old debut. Our local feature comes from Monday afternoon here at the track. A first level allowance, $46,000 on the line. We'll also have graded stakes on the turf from Gulfstream Park. And we'll touch on the 3-year-old season, 2020.
What?
What's going on?
Name a 3-year-old,
we'll talk about that.
Name the Derby favorite. Name anybody.
Anybody. We'll talk about that just a little bit. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down on the beautiful first floor here at Parks Racing, and the man with all the knowledge right here, Dick Girardi. And Dick, before we get to that 3-year-old stuff, the big race of January now has become the Pegasus.
Yes.
And Spun to Run. It's been working out. He's looking good.
Yeah, it's a week from today at Gulfstream Park. The purses has come down dramatically to $3 million, but as you said, it's the in between the NFC and AFC championship games and the Super Bowl, and it's become a kind of a big deal. And it'll be a rematch, Keith.
Yes.
And the same horse will be favored again. The horse that Spun to Run beat back at California.
Well, $3 million, 60%. I'll take $1.8 million, but
so Omaha Beach, by the way.
Yes,
That's what I'm
absolutely.
talking about, obviously.
Well, Dick, that's the big race coming up here, as you said, just a week from today. We also have the stuff out of. We got Dubai coming up a little bit. We got
the
Saudi Arabia.
Cup for $20 million, and Math Wizard, our PA Derby winner. I think they're pointing for the Saudi Cup. There's a small chance they could go in the Pegasus, but more likely waiting for Saudi and then Dubai. And as to Spun to Run, he has been down in South Florida at Palm Meadows with our man Carlos Guerrero. I've watched his works. He looks fabulous.
Well, Dick Math Wizard, you mentioned him. He has just missed a work, which when you're preparing for a major race, never a good thing. So they're going to work him early this week, and we'll get more news on him later.
I don't think this was ever the goal. It was less the goal when you had to put up money. You don't have to put up money now, but the purse is at $20 million, and they have an invite to Saudi Arabia for that new race.
Well, Dick, I mentioned the 3-year-old season here in 2020. This part of the year here, I know it's only middle of January, but there's usually somebody that's grabbed our attention, whether it be the Breeders' Cup Juvenile winner or the 3-year-old or the 2-year-old champion that we're looking forward to. But you know what? There's nobody that's jumped to the head of the class right now, and this is just going to be crazy as we head to Churchill Downs. Yeah,
look, it's getting stranger because these horses race so few times. I mean, look, Justified didn't start till February. Last year's Derby winner, Maximum Security, started in December. So yeah, it's so different than it once was when you were looking at the races at Saratoga. Almost none of it means anything. You got to just pay close attention. There's a chance the Derby winner hasn't started yet. I know that's crazy. It's mid-January, but that's just what we're dealing with now.
Well, we look forward to it because it's always a lot of fun.
We'll
Not
see
only
somebody
the
show
race
up.
itself, but getting there.
And
but
Bafford's got like a half a dozen, by the way.
It's funny how we're never not going to be able to say the Kentucky Derby winner Maximum Security because that's never going to go away.
Correct.
Well, Dick, let's get to some racing action. Let's take a look at our local feature this week. It came from Monday afternoon. The first level allowance at 1 mile and 70 yards. Purse here of $46,000. Your favorite is number 3, Tap the Mark. Gets hammered down late to 3-5 for Claudio Gonzalez with Angel Castillo aboard. Dick, I watched this horse later on in the season last year at the end of his 3-year-old season. He really came on. He really improved at the end of last year.
Now, he's a neat horse, and look, when Claudio comes up here, he's been the leading trainer in Maryland. He won almost 200 races last year. His horses always run well, so yeah, no reason Tap the Mark wouldn't be the favorite.
I went down to Laurel last time out, had a little bit of a troubled trip, so he's back here again at 3-5 is the price. Now, the second choice, number 1, A Haylight, is 4-1 for trainer Marcus Soletta. I think he had some good form earlier last year, but really, right now, he only has one race since August the 6th. Is he ready for a big effort?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of this particular horse, and especially when you have a 3-5 that looks as good as Tap the Mark. Yeah, I think that's probably the play.
Well, this turned into a pretty good stretch run. Here's our local feature this week. So Risque Rebel will control the pace to the back stretch. He's racing off the inside, on top by a length over Miami Tiger. On the inside now, Inequality moves up a close third. A length and a half back to Eclipse Moon and Tap the Mark. They're followed by Haylight. True Blue with the inside just about 4 lengths behind. So Risque Rebel is rolling along up front. Risque Rebel just over length, stalked by Miami Tiger. In equality close-up, covered up at the inside. Tap the Mark is in mid-pack. A little bit of traffic there for Tap the Mark as now Eclipse Moon begins to advance on the far outside. After that comes True Blue, and Halite will have to rally past them all. Just 49 and 2 for the half, so a slow pace here for Risque Rebel, who heads to the far turn on top, a length and a half. In equality is second on the outside, 3 wide Miami Tiger. True Blue slips through down at the inside. Tap the Mark not involved yet. After that, it's Eclipse Moon and Halite at the back. Risque Rebel is your leader at the top of the stretch. Risque Rebel comes off the turn with a 2-length advantage. True Blue, the long shot, takes aim on the outside. After that comes Miami Tiger. On the inside, Tap the Mark now rallies late. Here comes on the outside long shot, True Blue. Risque Rebel, Tap the Mark on the inside, gaining late. Tap the Mark is coming fast on the inside. Here comes Tap the Mark. Tap the Mark, yes, sir. Well, Dick, I'm watching the race unfold. You get 3 to 5 on Tap the Mark. He's been terrific here. His last couple of starts, midway on the turn, he's absolutely nowhere.
Right.
You got a slow pace in front of him. Risque Rebel had a chance to scroll through the half. But he got about to mid-stretch, and you know when he found his best stride, and he made a big move on the inside late, got up to win at a half length. That's now 3 consecutive wins here at Parks for him. Pays $3.20 to win. And number 10, Risque Rebel, who was 10 to 1, ends up completing that exacta. You mentioned Claudio Gonzalez. He's a good trainer.
Yeah, and this horse is actually stabled here. I didn't realize it until I looked back down, but most of his horses are in Maryland, but obviously loves this particular racetrack. And Claudio, when they're, but yeah, I thought the horse like you on a far turn, no chance. I said, good. And I was playing pick fours, and I had it all, and I'm looking for a bomb, and it was all irrelevant. I wiped out in the end.
Tap the Mark takes our local feature this week. Let's get to our first break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. We mentioned Horologist.
Yes, we did.
How would she make out now in the Richard Maltus barn? By that, we come back after this.
Horologist who settles comfortably 3 lengths off the lead.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
What does Chapman's 7 locations and 10 car brands mean to you? It means a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models, many one-owner low mileage certified with miles of factory warranty remaining. Safety checked, meticulously detailed, and each come with a free Carfax report so you can buy with complete confidence at any Chapman Auto store near you. Or shop online anytime at ChapmanPreowned.com.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees, makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Time for the national coverage this week. It's brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. Unless our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. Out to Santa Anita, the Grade 3 Lock in Yada, fillies and bears at 1 mile and 1/16 for a $200,000 purse. And before we get to the horses that did run, there was a significant scratch in here. Number 7, Spiced Perfection.
Yes.
Was going to take plenty of money, but
No
Peter
doubt.
Miller decided she wasn't ready to go.
Yeah, no, she's obviously would have been the favorite off of her form.
And number 6, Horologist. As I mentioned, third the Cotillion last year at 21 to 1. She beat Jaywalk in the Monmouth Oaks. But Dick, she was trained by John Massa. She's now moved into the Richard Baltus barn, and we know how hot he has been on the West Coast.
Yeah, you think of him more as a grass guy, but it's not like he can't win on the dirt. But yeah, Horologist is a nice horse, Jersey bred, and obviously they're looking. That's a big series they have out there for 4-year-old. Filly, so that's why she's out on the West Coast.
Yeah, she's 3-2 here as the favorite. And you have to take also a second look. Joe Bravo goes out there for the ride,
Interesting.
So you'd have to think that they're serious about winning here with Horologist. Now the second choice is number 3, Queen Bee to You. She's 2-1 for trainer Andrew Lerner. After a failed turf start in October, Dick, she has gotten pretty hot of late.
Yeah, won 2 in a row and won them big by combined 8 lengths.
Well, we had a good stretch run at our local feature.
Yes, we did.
Well, the national race of the week, pretty good stretch run here too. Let's take a look at the La Quinata.
Durlou hugs the rail, leads by 1.5 lengths. Message in the center of the track is a joint second outside of Zusha, and Queen Bee to You a little bit eager inside of that pair. They're followed by Horologist, who settles comfortably 3 lengths off the lead, and KD Trey is outside of her. Onto the backstretch they go. Durlou, there's a little bit of room for Queen Bee to You, who's still a bit keen, and Zusha is 1 from the outside, Message outside of her. Horologist still just 3 lengths off the lead, and KD Trey. Half mile to go in the La Quinata. Queen Bee to You now quickens the tempo. Durlou is suddenly a half length back in second. Horologist has made progress to take third on the inside of Zusha. Message has lost a couple of spots. She's 3 lengths off the lead, and KD Trey. 3/8 of a mile to go. Durlou comes back for more on the outside of Queen Bee to You. Horologist aggressively ridden 2.5 back in third. Then it's Zusha and KD Trey, 1/4 to go. Durlou and Queen Bee to You. Durlou digging in on the outside. Queen Bee to You matches strides at the rail. KD Trey is putting in a dangerous late bid. They're coming to the 16th pole. Durlou, Queen Bee to You, and KD Trey. Queen Bee to You or Durlou. Durlou, Queen Bee to You. Durlou, Queen Bee to You. Queen Bee to You out finishes Durlou.
Well, Dick, Horologist not so good here in her 4-year-old debut. We got a good stretch run. Queen Bee to You doing battle with number 1, Dear Lou. And Dick, looked like Dear Lou had a slight advantage in mid-stretch, but Queen Bee to You fought back on the inside, got up to win it, won that photo by a nose, her 3rd consecutive win, $6.60 to win. And Dick, 3 in a row, that's never easy.
Over 600,000.
Yeah.
This is a pretty nice horse.
Dick, she had been suffering from a little bit of second-itis in her career, but then to rattle off 3 consecutive wins, I would say she has figured it out. Dick, let's get to Gulfstream Park. A couple of graded races on the grass, 1 for the boys, 1 for the girls. We're going to take a look at the boys first. The Grade 3 Tropical Turf. That's 1 mile for a $100,000 purse. The favorite here is number 8, A Thread of Blue, as he starts his 4-year-old season. He's 8-5 for trader Kieran McLaughlin. He's won some big races, Dick, including a $1 million race last year up at Saratoga.
Yeah, just a really solid grass horse. I actually happened to be there the day he won that Saratoga Derby. Just got loose in the lead and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, well, he likes to win with his speed. He's got a lot of 1s on his past performances. Dick, number 9, Exulting as the 5-2 choice. Second choice in here. On the positive side, he comes from a really good turf barn. On the negative side, hasn't won for a while.
Yeah, only 1 for 10 last year. Won some money, was in some good races, but yeah, got to get the winner's
Let's go to Gulfstream Park. Here's the Tropical Turf.
Around the first turn they go. On the outside, it's Gemontier. Toward the inside, it's Gadoo. Their heads apart for the lead. A Thread of Blue is now 3rd. Tusk at the rail follows along in 4th, ahead of Big Agenda in 5th. Next at the inside 6 goes Murad. 7th out wide and Sand Dancer. Exulting is 8th, and 9th and last is Empire of War. 22-4 for a strong opening quarter. Gemontier does not get an easy time of it as Gadoo holds inside position and moves right up with him now. From 3rd and A Thread of Blue, Tusk is at the inside 4th. Then it's Murad together with Sand Dancer. Dropping back is Big Agenda. Exulting gets underway, and the trailer is Empire of War. That's the 9 of them as they swing around the far turn on the Tropical Turf through a 45.5 mile. Up front, Gadoo has the lead now by a length. Gemontier begins to drop back. Hunting Racing Room is Tusk. A Thread of Blue is 3 wide from the back and Exulting. Also in with the shot is Murad with a 1/4 mile left to go. Here's Tusk to take on Gadoo up top. Down the center and a late run from Murad. Widest of all and Exulting. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go. Tusk leads by 2.5. Down the inside and Gadoo still 2nd. Down the center and Murad. But the Tropical Turf will go to Tusk.
Well, Dick, a lot of times the turf race, it's all about the trip. And who got the trip at number 6, Tusk? You get 8-1 at the windows, pays $19 to win, clear by 2 at the end. And Dick, how about this Safi Joseph as a trainer down at Gulfstream Park?
Yeah, he's not 30-1 like he was here in the PA Derby with Math Wizard. 8-1 though is a pretty nice price for a guy who's really hot in the championship meet down at Gulfstream.
Well, again, you got a great trip there, Tyler. Gaffley owns, swings out, draws cleared $19 for that $2 investment. Let's take a look at the fillies and bears for the Grade 3 Marshall River. 1 mile at 1/16. The purse here is $1.50. Dick, the favorite, number 4, Sweet By and By. We've watched her up here at Parks before. She's 2-1 for trainer Steve Clasaris. Dick, her form is terrific. She runs well almost every single time, but she's still kind of looking for that signature win.
Right, she needs a big one. This obviously would be it. 6 for 13 lifetime and 330,000.
Another horse that shows good form is number 5, Dena Del Sur. She's also 2-1, coming out of the Tom Albert Tranty barn. But Dick, she's one of those horses, again, that runs well a lot of times, but is not a frequent winner.
Yeah, 2 for 8 in 2019, 4 for 19 lifetime, but as you said, always gives you a good effort.
Well, you want to get to the winner's circle.
Yes, you do.
Let's see who does so here in the Marshes River.
Piece by Piece leads narrowly in the charge around the first turn from Maruba, who comes away in second. Sweet By and By is positioned well early. She's third and down toward the inside. And Dena Del Sur runs in the 2-path, fourth and about 4 lengths behind. Malkia is next toward the rail. The 2 at the back are Magic Star and Munchkin Money. 23-2 for the opening quarter. And up front, John Velasquez and Piece by Piece lead the race by almost 2. Marubra races from second. Sweet By and By is now third. And Dena Del Sur is on her outside at the rail. And Malkia, well settled early, is Magic Star second last. And the trailer is Munchkin Money. They go to the half-mile point, and Piece by Piece continues to lead. She leads 3 parts of a length. Marubra now races from second. 3 wide, Sweet By and By is now third. At the inside, and Malkia continues in fourth from Dena Del Sur. In between horses and Magic Star, and still nothing from Munchkin Money. But the real running hasn't begun yet, with 3 furlongs left to go. Now the pace quickens as Piece by Piece comes under siege. Sweet By and By moves 3 wide, 4 wide, and Dena Del Sur tries to go on with it. Magic Star's on her back. Malkia needs racing room. Last of all is Munchkin Money. Who do you like here? Sweet By and By turns for home with Dena Del Sur, and Magic Star over the top. Trying to knife between horses is Munchkin Money with 1/8 of a mile to go. 4 of them have kicked on here. Magic Star nearest to the grandstand with the lead now. Back to second, and Munchkin Money charging between. It's Magic Star and Munchkin Money. It's Magic Star to win the Marshalls River.
Dick, in the setup for the Marshalls River, did I forget to mention that Chad Brown was in the race?
You did,
With
Irad
Ortiz.
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
What's the matter with Here comes Magic Star, Dick, on the outside like we've never seen this before.
No.
Just roars past the ball, gets up to win by a half-length, pays $7.20 to win. And Dick, Magic Star won her debut in maiden special weight. Then she runs 4th in an A other than. So Chad says, let's put her into Grade 3 and let's get to the winner's circle.
Yeah, I saw her debut win. It was flat out awesome. And you said, boy, this is a stakes horse. Then she runs, like you said, in the condition. You go, what? What was that all about? Well, something obviously happened. Chad knew what it was. He said, you know what, this is a stakes horse. And, of course, he's right because he's Chad and we are not.
Chad, I read, how about $7.20 to win instead of $4.20 to win like usual? Magic Star, a Grade 3 winner at Gulfstream. Let's get to our next break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. We have jockeys and trainers to take a look at. And Dick, there is a lady trainer that just won her 2,000th career win.
Indeed.
We'll have that coming up in the next segment. Stay with us.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Time to give out our weekly award, the Jockey and Trainer of the Week, brought to you by the good folks at Turning for Home, the retirement program, turningforhome.org. Log on, get the information, get involved today. Dick, our Jockey of the Week, he started out 2019 great. He had a terrific season. He's off to a good start again. Angel Rodriguez, just a very, very solid jockey.
Never a bad guy to wager on because he gets a little overlooked and you get some good prices.
And Dick, you know, as you go through the trainer standings back from 2019, again, not necessarily flying under the radar, but Kate DeMasi had another terrific year, not only just in terms of win, but Dick, she was over 20%.
Yeah, she always does. She's in our Hall of Fame here for a reason, and she's got a really good barn, and nothing will change in 2020.
So, Kate, you are our trainer of the week. Let's get to Race Recap. Race Recap is brought to you by those folks at the Pewter Stable. Log on to their website at pewterstable.com and become an owner today and do it right there with that Kate DeMasi. Dick, let's get back to Santa Anita, the Grade 3 Las Giganticus, 5.5 furlongs on the grass for $100,000. Number 3, Jolie Olympicas, the 6-5 favorite for trainer Dick Mandela. Dick, the familiar colors of Fox Hill, an unbeaten Group 1 winner in Brazil, making the first U.S. start, and boy, she looked good.
She looked really good. Brazilian bred, as you said, by Drosselmeyer, and obviously first-time purchased by Rick Porter's Fox Hill. And she is impressive as she cruises by here to win this thing by a little over a length.
Dick, she did that very, very easily.
Yeah,
with
she
Mike
looks
Smith
like
on
a
board.
serious stakes horse for Mr. Mandela and Fox Hill.
$4.40 to win. Let's get up to Aqueduct, a couple of stakes over the weekend. This is the Say Florida Sandy. Remember Say Florida Sandy?
I do.
7 furlongs here for a purse of $100,000. The favorite, number 7, the Caretaker, is 9-5. Dick, the Caretaker is absolutely nowhere, but you know who is somewhere?
Yes.
How about our man Kendrick Carmouche on 5-1 shot Arthur's Hope?
Yeah, and he's loose on the lead, and I know one thing, Keith, when he's loose, he is hard to get by in the stretch, and this horse, T Loves to Fight the 5, is a really tough horse, claimed for 10, but he can't go by Arthur's Hope and Kendrick. To the front and go.
5-1, $12.20 to win. And Dick, 2,000 wins is a lot of wins.
Indeed.
For a jockey, for a trainer.
Absolutely.
And how about Linda Rice in the Rego Park? Not only does she win career start number 2,000 here, but Dick, she does it in a stake. She does it in style.
Yeah, Silly K, excuse me, it looks like Silly K, going to cruise by, win pretty convincingly here. And Linda's now the 3rd female trainer to win 2,000. She won the Saratoga meet several years ago, certainly one of the best trainers we have in the country. Go back, her family, I mean, Clyde Rice, originally from Wisconsin, they were at Penn National for years, just that the whole family's been around horses forever. And Linda's, to me, should be on her way to the Hall of Fame.
2,000 wins, our congratulations to Linda. Dick, Eye on Racing. We mentioned 3-year-olds at the top of the show. We're going to go to the fairgrounds this week for the Grade 3 LeCompte.
Yep.
And as I was looking at some of the information about the LeCompte, how about Mr. Monomoy?
Yeah, how about Mr. Monomoy, a little relative of Monomoy Girl. And yeah, looking forward to the LeCompte. That's the series down at the Louisiana series. And that's one of the tracks I've never been to that I really like to get to. And my guess is, Keith, if we were there this Saturday, we'd probably see a lot of LSU fans still celebrating. Probably haven't slept since Monday night.
And Dick, last year, of course, from the Midwest, we did get War of Will, who won one of the Preakness. So let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah, you never know where they're coming from.
And Dick, East and West Coast, we have the Sunshine Millions, and we have the Cal Cup out on the West Coast. So lots of money flying around those two racetracks.
We'll have some action for you next week.
Yes, absolutely. Let's get to our last break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing News and Notes. We'll wrap it up. Stay with us after this.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
who proudly earn our living
in Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs, and billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Want to get out of the cold this winter? Well, Parks Racing is just the place to keep you warm and toasty. Parks Racing gives you plenty of live horse racing action all winter long. And yes, it's fun to see them run from other racetracks as well, with plenty of simulcast action from all around the country. It's a front row seat to see the top 3-year-olds prep for the Triple Crown from Gulfstream Park, Santa Anita, and more. So put on your snow boots, grab your coat, and head on over to Parks Racing. It's warm and toasty, and always, it's fun to see them run.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing News and Notes. The final segment, it is brought to you by the Granny Fund. Get involved with continued education on the backstretch. Make your contributions to the Granny Fund. He's Bruce Casella, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones. And Dick, early in my career, which, boy, at this point goes way back there, trainer named Bill Prickett.
Yep.
Tell us about Bill.
Right, Billy was just finishing his training career, Keith, when you and I and Bruce kind of got started here in the mid-'80s. But he was a legendary trainer around here in the Delaware Valley, Garden State. Here, obviously, when it was Keystone. Probably his most famous horse would have been the sprinter Albata.
Yeah.
Remember him? I mean, he won 21 races. Billy sadly passed away a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to do a piece for Let'sGoRacingParks.com on him. I spoke to his longtime companion, Patience Gowan, about him. That they have a son together, Billy, and also talked to Eddie Gager Sr. Remember, we had this singing son, the horse dentist. Very good friends with Bill Prickett, so I'll have that. I'm also going to do something for the paper. Bill won 131 races in 1976. I mean, he had a real serious stable. How about the Ohio Derby 1976 with a horse called Return of a Native? And Patience specifically remembered a horse called Keep Shining, one of those starter handicap horses that you couldn't put enough weight on him. But yeah, Bill was one of the very best to train around here. About mid-'60s to the mid-'80s. Really good, and we certainly will miss him.
Well, Dick, the Kentucky Derby, of course, we had all of that legal nonsense that went on afterwards, but there was stuff going on with Justify as well. We might get some legal stuff going on here, too. What's this about?
There's some strange goings on. It turned out he had tested positive for a thing called scopolamine, which is mostly, it's not anything necessary. You're not supposed to test positive for it, but it's not a performance enhancer. And it was at the San Antonio Derby when he did it, prior to the Kentucky Derby. If he had gotten DQ'd, he would have enough points to go in the Kentucky Derby. They kept it quiet for like a year. The New York Times found out about it. Now, we could spend a lot of time talking about all this. I don't think it's quite as big a deal as other people do, but if you're the trainer and owner of Bolt Doro and finished second in the San Antonio Derby, you're not real happy. So Mick Ruiz is suing the California Horse Racing Board, saying, wait a second, you changed your rules. I should have been the winner. Give me my money from the San Antonio Derby.
Why do I think this isn't going to go anywhere?
No, it's the same as maximum security, and our poor man, Gary West is just not attached. I don't think it's going to change.
Not a bunch of happy
I understand why you're upset. I get it.
Well, Dick, that's going to wrap it up for this week's edition. Come out, enjoy the racing. Of course, the simulcasting here at Parks 1225 continues to be your post, and we'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.